It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Jets. Next on Madden Football.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, a lot of buzz here in the tri-state area about these Jets in 2023. Do you think that they are ready to challenge the Bills and the Dolphins for supremacy in the AFC East?
I certainly do, and for two big reasons. Number one, Aaron Rodgers is in town at quarterback, but number two, their defense, which kept them in every game last year and only got better through the draft this year. If they can pair those together, they can compete with anyone in the AFC East and the AFC in total.
Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they made sure to lock up their signal caller in the offseason, Jalen Hurts, and probably a wise idea after he finished as a runner-up to Patrick Mahomes for league MVP.
It certainly was a wise idea, because now they have their signal caller for the foreseeable future. And think of the strides he's made since he entered the league. Everyone knew he could move it around with his legs, but boy, has he become accurate throwing the football.
So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback, but last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players, thrown for 38 touchdowns his last two seasons and run for another 23.
Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. But first down, Hurts. He's got Smith here. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 34 yards. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They've just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former second overall pick, now in his third season out of BYU.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook, taken down at the 42. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands here of Hardman. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Wilson will throw again, eluding the pressure right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. 3rd down and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hurts sets up to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Here we go, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. The two Wilsons, Zach and Garrett teaming up there. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. This is Smith with the ground. Now he's free at the 35. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 88 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Jets. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Zerline now for the PAT. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And he returns this to the 22. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here's Hurts to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the...
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try to buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And the Eagles have recovered. And you know that can be dangerous, trying to get it to your teammate on a kick return, and there they cough it up, turn it over.
Let's face it, and let's just call it what it is. This is a hindsight is 20/20 play, isn't it?
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles are once again back in front.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Jets.
Again, other partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. 3rd down and 1.
Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hurts.
Complete to Zacchaeus. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
On 1st down, Hurts.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a strong first half from the former #2 overall pick, Zach Wilson. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break. Both these teams getting